In this tutorial, I'm going to tell you how to make a fog cookie. What is a fog cookie? A fog cookie is a really cheap way to make a layer of mist that looks really cool and is really easy to render. Now, first of all, you need a spotlight to do this, and not just a regular spotlight. Just go over to General, change this into a parallel spotlight. Now, roll it over so that it actually shines from the bottom to the top, and just crank the bottom up to about this size, and I'm just making it into the shape that I want, basically as a visual cue. Now, everything is down to the visibility. So first of all, it has to be a visible light. So change this into visible. And obviously, you get the parameters here that are basically separate from the light that shines. And we're just going to go down there to the visibility tab and lower this. It just has to go from 0 to 98. And we're going to use the details to actually give it a far and a near clip. I'll show you what we've got now. You can see that it already looks like kind of a cookie. Now, what you can do is actually set the margins, set the margins of where it starts from the floor to more or less where it is in full strength, and same thing for the top. Now, I'm just going to lower this. Hope you can see this is a dark green line, and I'm putting it right here, and I'm putting up the near clip, putting it up. So here it starts on 0 fog to 100. Here, this thin layer is going to be 100, and then it starts to diminish to 0 again. Now, what we've got is roughly this. In the visibility, you can do basically anything. First of all, I can make it a lot brighter. So just crank up the brightness to like 300 or 400. And of course, we can add noise. Now, keep in mind that the fog is calculated with a sample distance. The sample distance of 25 centimeters that is default is pretty large. So if you want to have it more accurate, you have to make the steps smaller. So I'm just putting it 5 for now. And I'm just going to add some noise. I'm just going to go over to the tab of noise and go to visibility, and here I can do all sorts of things. It's basically animated, and wind velocity I can put in a fairly small number, for instance 0.2, and what works really well is cranking up the contrast to a ridiculous number and actually lowering the brightness, and see what that does. Now you can do all kinds of things to the visible scale. For instance, if you want to have more of a layered scale, then bring down the y-axis, and you can just get this sort of like, it's kind of looks sketchy now. I think I need to actually do that with a Z because I rotated the lamp 90 degrees. So this should be it, yeah. I think it's a little bit too bright on the edges. It doesn't look that great. But you can actually animate this. Well, you can actually put in animation frames and it will be animated. And you can change the kind of structure that you got. You can change it over to hard turbulence, which makes it hard, or which looks really funky, wavy turbulence, which looks really cool, by the way. And try it out and render it. And what it will do when you, for instance, put in a cube, and it will actually stick through the mist. And obviously you can't see anything right now. Hang on. Let's turn it over. Let's make this a little bit like this. And then you can sort of tell that there's something stuck in there. And adding more lights and more objects and a little bit of shading will also add to the effect. But this is the cheapest way to do it.